Allowing yourself to begin to be present in this moment. Aligning the body, whether you are sitting on a chair or lying down, resting on the floor, wherever you might find yourself. Taking this moment now to find alignment in that space. Feeling the weight of your legs as they make contact with whatever surface is beneath you. Perhaps taking a moment to wiggle the toes, to move the feet from side to side. These beautiful feet that are the roots of our bodies. These feet that connect us to the earth beneath. And just allowing with each breath that weight to sink inward and downward more and more clearly as we continue to lovingly invite our awareness down the body to the soles of the feet. Concentrating on the connection that our feet are making in whatever way they might be connected. Whether they're firmly planted on the floor, or it is simply the back of the heels making connection with your bed. In some way, some small piece of our feet, our roots, are always connected to the earth beneath. And as we feel that draw downward, that heaviness in the feet, and the heaviness dripping down the calves of the legs toward the feet, and the heaviness of our thighs as they sink in and down towards the earth beneath us, with the same rhythmic pull that we feel when stepping into the ocean. As each wave recedes, we feel that pull outward into the deeper ocean. And so it is here in our bodies as well, that if we drop our awareness in and down, we can come to deeper places within. Just allowing the breath to be what the breath is today, with no need to control it or count it. We're simply gauging where we are today in this moment in our body. And as we allow that weight to continue unfolding, you might feel a sensation of desiring to adjust the spine, allowing each vertebrae to easily stack on top of one another as the skeleton simply chooses to realign to its own natural rhythm. Perhaps rolling the shoulders gently backwards and forwards, while still keeping our awareness in the feet. You can do this by wiggling the toes while rolling your shoulders simultaneously. Just expanding our capacity for embodiment and awareness, dropping that knowing from the headspace down, down, down into the body, into the internal landscape that we are all so gifted with. From this space, simply tracking now the torso, from the hips up to the shoulders, perhaps moving in gentle circles around the spine, or stretching one side or another. Without judgment, simply noticing, what do you sense? What do you feel in this precious container, in this body that you've been gifted? Without naming the sensations, without having to give them a story. What do you sense in this body that feels alive in this moment? Are you noticing your heartbeat? Is your stomach digesting? Is your spine speaking to you? Simply noticing what is present. Simply allowing yourself to root down into whatever is presenting itself in this moment. Noticing if your brain wants to give it a story or a title such as pain or interference or annoyance. And invite any of those stories to simply soften into a sensation that you are curious about today. And as you are gently working with the mind in learning how to retrain itself into curiosity instead of conflict, track how that makes you feel within the body. As you are able to soften the story or the judgment around whatever has come up as a sensation, notice how the sensation shifts if you are able to meet it with curiosity. Simply tracking how curiosity shifts the sensations in the body when we allow the mind to soften and we allow the roots of our animal being to be conscious of their connection to the earth beneath us. And remembering to breathe and noticing that we also don't have to remember to breathe. How it flows so effortlessly, even when we are scared or stressed. Somehow the body continues to get enough oxygen to keep us alive. And so remembering that, as we continue this meditation into finding our boundaries, remembering that boundaries can be awkward or uncomfortable. They might cause us some stress. And yet somehow the body always knows how to calm us down. And the body always knows where our boundaries reside. Even if the mind gets in the way, your body is always giving you data around your boundaries, around what feels true, what feels appropriate, and what feels out of alignment. Remembering this deep in our bones, that whenever we might feel confused about our boundaries because of the mind, because of all the have-tos or shoulds, perhaps because of our own old wounds and traumas, where we might feel confused about what our truth is. We can always come back to this moment in the body. And gain some clarity on where our boundaries actually reside. We can lean in and remember what it means to trust ourselves. We can trust ourselves, mind, body, heart, and soul, when we are tuned in and connected. We can rewrite any stories of betrayal. We are human and we all have stories. Times when we chose to support another over ourselves. Times when we chose another's needs over our own. And it is possible to rewrite those stories once we fully accept, honor, and forgive the ways in which we have betrayed our own boundaries. So in this now moment, as you are so grounded and relaxed, feeling the roots of your body connected to the earth beneath, feeling the pull of your heart like the waves in the ocean, feeling the centeredness of your body and how it responds so delightfully with your curiosity and attention. As we sit here settled, I invite you to ask your body if there is an old story, a betrayal, or a wound that wishes to be witnessed and released so that you can step more fully into self-trust and your clean, clear boundaries. Just noticing what arises with curiosity, just allowing it space to come to the surface of your mind. This old story that your body wishes to have witnessed, that your heart wishes to have witnessed. This old territory that wishes to be cleaned and cleared so that you can rewrite the story of your relationship to your boundaries. Taking notice of whatever bubbles to the surface without judgment or shame. Simply recognizing this is one small bit of your humanity, just like everybody else. And it is neither good nor bad. It isn't right or wrong. It simply is a piece of your history, a piece of what has brought you to this now moment. And in this wide ocean of loving awareness, we can simply integrate it. We can allow this story to come back into wholeness with grace and compassion. There is no need to grasp onto it or cling to it. We can say, I see you. I see my choice in that time. And I trust that I would make a different choice in the body that I now inhabit. Giving ourselves the spaciousness and the grace to expect a positive outcome moving forward. To know that we have learned so many lessons up until this point, that we have garnered so much medicine from our life thus far, and that we can trust ourselves in this learning. We can trust our humanity, that we will make mistakes, and that it is neither good nor bad. It is not right or wrong. It simply is. And as we gain more knowledge and more experience, as we heal more of our programming and indoctrination, as we continue to integrate and become more whole and healed beings, we can trust that our boundaries will become stronger, clearer, and more fluid, as we are fluid human beings. And just as our bodies change every day, just as our emotions change every day, just as the weather changes every day, so our boundaries can and do shift based on who we are in each now moment. And so allowing that truth to make its way deeply into our bones, we offer ourselves complete and utter self-love, self-compassion, and self-forgiveness, knowing that we are perfectly imperfect, and the point of life is nothing more than experience. And now following the breath once more, allowing ourselves to return from this little journey to the ocean of the soul. When we return, we will be rejuvenated and relaxed with a sensation of deep presence and a remembering of our clear, loving boundaries. And as we return, perhaps slowly wiggling the toes, gently moving the spine in a way that feels delicious. Feeling that peace and relaxation that is possible every time we make space to reclaim our sovereignty, our own inner knowing and wisdom. We remember that sovereignty is peace. And breathing deeply. And giving yourself a gentle, sweet hug. And giving thanks and praise to this precious body, your very, very best friend, the only being that will be with you from the very moment of your conception until your very last breath. And go forth on your day with this renewed relationship and a deep remembrance of where your boundaries live.